Hey everybody, it is June 30th, 2011, so it is about time to record the June favorites video. I'm really good at waiting until the very last moment, so here we are. I have a whole lot of stuff to talk about this month, because I got to try out a lot more of my stuff that I got in my swap with Jess, as well as obviously try out all my things that I got in from Dawn. So I have a whole lot of new stuff to talk about. I actually think there are a few things in here that I bought as well, so, again, my makeup budget is pretty much non-existent, so you're not going to see a ton of new products that you haven't already seen in mail time videos, but this way you kind of get a better idea of what I really, really love from those. Obviously, I loved everything, but these are the things that, like, are popping up as, like, almost holy grail status. So, these are my favorites from June. I want to do my Matte Styles Piggies first, because I have them in a separate little container right now. I brought everything over with me. I like how messy the background is. We are working, I know it might not even be visibly messier than usual, because you guys always see our messy shelf, but we are working on packing, because we have to move on September 1st, and we don't want to wait until the last second, so we're working on, like, packing up things and going through everything and getting rid of things. So you're going to probably see the background get messier and messier throughout the month of July, so bear with us. Then it'll get cleaner and cleaner, and then it'll be in a completely new place, so. I don't know what my hair is doing. I've been at work all day. Alright. First and foremost, Matte Style Cosmetics Piggies of the Month. Last month I think I did one from each color group, and some of these might even be duplicates, but I tried to limit it down this week, so I feel like this video is going to be really, really long as it is, and I apologize in advance for that. First and foremost, the color Seedless. You guys have heard me talk about this nonstop. This is the pink with the green interference. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see them very well because I'm doing this on eyesight. But to be honest, you can't really see them very well on my good camera anyways because my lighting is crap. And I don't know what to do about that. Hopefully when I move, I'm just going to have a completely different setup. I need to buy some lamps or something. We'll have windows in the new place, which is pretty exciting. If you've never lived in a basement, you have no idea how amazing it is to know I'm going to have windows next year. This color is called Lust for Life. It's like a blackened lavender, maybe. It's really pretty. Or not Lust for Life. Toxic Love Spell. I don't know why I just said Lust for Life. It is similar to Lust for Life, but this one is more of a blackened color than a gray, if that makes any sense. Probably not. Those of you who do color stuff understand what I just said. This is Misfits and Moonbeams, which is a black and teal. I feel like this might have been in my favorites for last month. This is one of my favorite colors to put on. It's really good for creating a smoky eye with a little pop of color. So I'm a fan of that. I'm going to save that one for last. Then there is Poisonberry. Poisonberry by itself is like a darkened navy. Very shimmery. I'm using a lot of darkened colors this month. That's weird. Anyways. God, that stinks. But then, when you foil this, it is just amazing. Amazing. I don't think I've ever foiled Toxic Love Spell, and now I really want to. Maybe I'll do that here in a minute. And then Thundersnow. If you guys haven't got, I only have a sample size right now. But this is like a white with gold and silver glitter, so it's like really versatile. And it's amazing. Like I didn't try it for the longest time because I'm not a huge fan of gold, and now that I've tried it, I freaking love it. I'm gonna do a look with it soon with Thundersnow, Trashed, and Oogie Boogie, probably. If any other models get around to that before me, go right ahead. What is with my eyebrows right now? I promise they're not that uneven in real life. That's weird. Okay, whatever. And then the last color I have here is Citrine, however you say that. This is a beautiful, like, honey-toned yellow. It's really, really pretty. It's really good for, like, purple and gold looks. And actually, if you wanted to get an individual color and you didn't want to get Citrine from the Dark Crystal collection, you could get Honey Badger. Honey Badger is slightly different. It's not exactly the same color, but it's similar. So if you just wanted a gold color and you didn't want to get the entire DC collection, you could get just Honey Badger. But the DC collection is gorgeous. I actually almost put like half the collection in my favorites, but I was like, no, gotta narrow it down here. So, Citrine. Definitely beautiful. So beautiful. I love it. Alright, I'm just going to stick with eye products at first. So, in the way of loose pigments, this was actually just recently sent to me by Amelia. I'm assuming it's Amelia, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong, because I'm assuming that's more of an English accent for that name. How do you think it's said? Helsinki? Amelia? We tried. She wanted me to try to say it. Yeah, so she sent me Amelia. That's how John thinks it's said. I'm going to go with him because I have no idea. But she sent me some Model's Own loose pigments. And if you guys want to check those out, those are on modelsownit.com. I don't know if it's going to... At least you can see the name. I'll put the link in the down bar when I put this in the list. But this is called Neon Peach. I am in love with this color. I haven't got to try all of the colors yet because there are a lot of them. But I love this color. I actually put it on my eyes like the day I got it because I was like so in love with it. So, love that. I'm not doing this very in order, but oh well. I have a couple eyeliners here. Actually, I have one more. Two more. Okay. Eyeliners that I'm loving. I am back in love with my Revlon Colorstay, what is this exactly? Revlon Colorstay Liquid Eye Pen. I also like the twist up crayon style ones, but this one's amazing. Sarah sent me this a while back, and it surprisingly hasn't dried out yet, so I'm in love with this. And I've been using my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On. I only use this on my waterline, though. Like, I wore it on my upper lash line the other day when I had on my MTcoffinz thing, when I had the pink eyebrows and the yellow eyes. I don't know why I'm touching my face with that. And I didn't use liner sealer, but I did set it with powder, and it still smudged all over where my lid hood's down, and I don't usually have that problem, so I don't like it for that, but I do like it on my waterline and to smoke out on the lower lash line, so nice for that. And then I also have here my Jordana Easy Liner, or maybe this is just Jordana Eyeliner. I always thought it was called Easy Liner, but I think I'm wrong. Anyways, this is number 28, white. This is what I use to put on colors. I draw it on in white, and then I go over it with whatever color I want to use. This is also good when you're first learning how to draw on your eyebrows, because it is a very good white eyeliner. You can take it off easily, but it stays on pretty well unless you're, like, rubbing it off. And you get a lot of eyeliner for, like, 99 cents. This was originally, like, 7 inches long or something like that. Shut up, John. And then the Color Icon, Wet n Wild Color Icon liners. Lots of crazy bright colors. They're on sale for like 50 cents at my store right now. And they don't work very well on the waterline, but they're really good just like on regular skin. So I like these. I have them in like all the colors now besides like brown. Still on eye products, I have primers and bases that I want to talk about. Oh, I have another eyeshadow in here. And mascaras. Good God, I have a lot to talk about. Okay. I threw this in here. This is the Gilded Age. It's the new Wet n Wild Spring 2011 trio. Spring, summer. I guess it's probably more of summer. It's just really pretty bronzy colors. Like, the top one is like a bronzy champagne, and then more of like a cocoa, and then the bottom one is just a bronze. Like a goldy bronze color. This is just a really good summer palette. This would be really good for wearing to the beach, or just anytime you're going to be out in the sunshine. The colors look really good in the sun. So, that one's good. It was like $2.99. Then I have some primers and bases in my hand. The MTcoffinz Under the Rainbow Eye Primer. I am actually very, very impressed with this. I'm getting ready to edit the video for MTcoffinz. I recorded it like 2 days ago, and I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I work too much. Jeez. Anyways. Love this. It's working really, really well. Like I say in my review, it holds up for about 8 hours. So 8 hours is a pretty good amount of time. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just a mess right now. Then I also have here my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I just started using this in the last couple of months because Urban Decay Primer Potion, they found out that their source is actually using real lanolin, not synthetic lanolin like they had been told. So it is not vegan. So I was told that this was vegan. So I'm trying this now. Hopefully it actually is vegan, and I'm not going to find out that it isn't either. I like this a lot better for loose pigments than I did my Urban Decay. I feel like it grabs them better. And this is really good. to use with loose pigments. You can put this on, and you don't even necessarily need a base unless you're going for like something really, really, really bright. But like I noticed when I was like swatching this that it's comparable to putting on like a jumbo eye pencil or something, but it actually primes too. So like this. And then last but not least, of course not least, is MSC Cosmetics Awesome Sauce. This is just a good thing to have with loose pigments or anything you might want to foil. It's a fantastic foiling medium. It's really good for making your colors stick and be bright. Awesome Sauce. It is out of stock right now. She's waiting to get more tubes from her supplier, and then it'll be listed back up on the Etsy shop. If you guys want, I can put up a video when that gets listed again. What? Oh, Artfire. It's Artfire now. Thank you, John. It's all on Art. It's all on Artfire now. So, that link is always in the down bar of all of my videos, but I'll make sure I make it very noticeable this week. Mascaras. My goodness, I didn't realize how much stuff I grabbed. It's almost all eye products. That's weird. I have 3 mascaras here. I feel like I might have talked about this one last month, but just in case I didn't, this is the NYC Skyrise, and it's only like $2-3, and it's a lengthening mascara. I like it a lot for my lashes because my lashes are very, very long, and a lot of mascaras make them stick together and get all gross. I feel like I did talk about this. But I like this one because it just makes my lashes look more defined and kind of longer because they're actually like separated and defined. So I like this one. And you can also build this up to get a little bit of volume, but it's not a volumizing mascara, so it doesn't have a lot of weight to it to make it, not weight as in literal weight, but like volume weight. That probably doesn't make any sense. Whatever. And then the next one I got was the Rimmel Day to Night. This has the length and volume. I very, very, very rarely use it on the volume, which it's the same brush, it just lets out more product. That's just a lot of product for me since I have such long lashes that, like, create such a big mess. Yeah, it doesn't really have a smell. I just realized I don't think I've ever smelled it. Which, this one, I know smell is really important to some people with mascaras because you're getting it all close to your face. Yeah, that one doesn't really have a smell either. Maybe a, like, washable marker smell, but not nearly as vinegary or acidic. There is a bug flying around. It's pissing me off. So yeah, I like this one, but I only like it for, like, the length end. Which, same brush, just less goo. Less goo. Right. So I do like that. And then the last one is the NYC Showtime, and I got the waterproof one. It's a volumizing mascara, by the way. I got the waterproof one, which is the blue and silver packaging. The regular is gold and black. But it's just this kind of brush. It's a pretty standard brush. I like it. I do like this mascara quite a bit. I'm very happy with purchasing it. It was only like $3 too, so $3 to $4, I think. So I like this one a lot. Looks like that. I'm upside down. That's great. Okay. That's it for mascaras. Moving. Oh, no. I'm a liar. One more mascara. The Physicians Formula Organic Wear. I believe this is the Ultra Black. So I think this is meant to be... I have the packaging. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So this is the packaging from it. I just recently got it. It is the Organic Wear Jumbo Lash Mascara. That's what it is. And it's just a rubber bristle brush, which is interesting because it's all, like, natural and paraben-free and blah, blah, blah. So I'm assuming it's, like, recycled rubber or something. I don't know. I'll look into that. But, I don't know. I like it. It doesn't seem like it'd be very comfortable to hold in your hand and use, but it's recycled rubber.
What's recyclable eco brush?
Oh, it's a recyclable eco brush. So yeah, I'm assuming it's recycled rubber. I wish you could see. Just the little rubber nibs, like, that are used in defining ones. But it's a relatively large brush. Like, let me hold this up close to my eye. See how big that is? Like, that's the size of my eyeball. And I'm just pumping this full of air. It doesn't smell like a normal mascara. Like, most mascaras kind of smell like a marker to me. This smells a lot more earthy, which I'm sure is because it's all organic and stuff. It definitely smells much more earthy to me, though. Like, literally like dirt. But not in a gross way. Like, more of an earthy mineral kind of way. Okay, whatever. You having fun reading that package? He's still reading the package. Okay. That is it for eye products. Face products. Let's just start in the order that you put them on. Actually, I only have a lip product to talk about, so go ahead and talk about it. It is the Wet n Wild Speed Gloss, and this is in Reckless, which is just like a super shimmery, like white gloss with like a pink duochrome. I love this for putting Seedless on my lips. I'm a huge nerd about putting Seedless on my lips because it's like a really sweet baby pink with the green duochrome, green interference. So I love the way that looks over this, and I've been wearing that together. The one thing I don't like about these is I feel like I haven't had a problem with it yet, but I feel like these pop off too easy. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, face products. First and foremost, the Hard Candy Sheer MV Face Primer. It's essentially a silica primer, so it fills in your pores. I do feel like it definitely, I feel like when you first put it on, it makes your skin look very matte, but I feel like it definitely can be a little bit oily as you go throughout the day. And if you have dry skin, you're going to love this. It's going to feel really good. But I do have oily skin, so I do have to touch up with powder like once during the day. Most people, if you have oily skin, that's kind of common, but yeah, so I do like this, despite the fact that I do have oily combination skin, and I do have to touch up with powder once. It's still a really good primer otherwise. I don't notice, like, my makeup coming off because of it or anything like that. And it makes my skin feel nice, so I do like this. And it's really affordable, so. I recently started using the Rimmel Clean Finish Foundation. The thing I love about this and made me get this for my kid, two things. One, super affordable. It's like $4. You can't beat that, especially because it is, you know, a full ounce for $4. It's up in the air about whether or not Rimmel tests on animals. Their official statement with the company is that they do not test on animals, but it's up in the air because they say they don't test on animals, whereas other companies or people who have investigated them said they do. So, take that how you will. Go with that how you want. Official company statement, they do not test on animals. They're not on Leaping Bunny, so a lot of people use that as their standard. I don't think they're on Leaping Bunny. I'm assuming they're not, if anyone has any suspicions that they test. But here's why I got this for my kid. First of all, $4. Can't beat that. Second of all, it has, and my hands they're clean, but they're not super clean, so I'm not going to put this on my hand right now. But it's a spatula. And that may seem like, what are you supposed to do? Put that on your face? No, don't put this on your face. This is like a really good thing for makeup artists for two reasons. One, it's a clean finish foundation, which is meant to make you look poreless. So this with a really good face primer is going to look amazing. I'm going to close this because I'm going to dry it out, just sitting here waving it around. But it also is great because it has that spatula. And the way you're supposed to use that is when you take it out, you can scoop some up on your spatula. I think that's more than enough to do your face. That's like 2 to 3 times as much as you need. I made that mistake the first time I used it. You can scrape that out onto a palette, or if you work from the back of your hand, and just leave it there, and then you have that to work with, and you're never contaminating your source bottle. So, in lieu of a pump, that's nice. I don't know how I feel about this versus a pump yet. The more I use it, I'll let you know. I do like the convenience of a pump, so we'll see. I do like this better, though, than, like, a squeeze tube. Because I feel like squeeze tubes get messy, even if you do, you know, squeeze them straight up and down and pull up and away. They still eventually get messy, so. The next thing I have is the Glamoflauge. What was that? Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer. This one is in tan. This is for my kit. I just grabbed it when I was grabbing my foundations, or that foundation. But, I have this in light for me. Obviously, this is not my color. This is just a really good heavy-duty concealer. The biggest complaint I read about it is people feel like they're wearing stage makeup when they wear it. That's really easy to avoid. Make sure you put on a super tiny amount and you blend it well. And it has fantastic coverage without being heavy at all. I love this a lot, actually. And like I said, tiny bit. Use the smallest amount. This is seriously going to last me like a year. Especially this one, like, that is just solely for my kit. This is going to last forever until I have to throw it out because it starts to get funky. And no! Or I lose it down the crack. Meh. Okay. Next thing in here. Well, that wasn't good. Next thing in here is the e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder. I just feel this is a good item to bring up for summertime because people do start to get more shiny and oily in the summer because of the heat. This is what it looks like. The way it's recommended to... That's a mess. That was a whole bunch of soda cans. You like that? Picture in picture. That goes out to Lisa. Picture in picture. But yeah, it has this big freaking mirror, which is great. But it also comes with a little sponge applicator, which I wish it would just came with just powder. That would make me thrilled, but it doesn't. And then it has the sponge applicator, which the way you're supposed to use this is roll and press. Don't drag it across your skin, or that's going to make you more oily probably. But it's just a really good mattifying powder. It works decently well, especially for the price. I do want to compare this to the Hard Candy Mattifying Powder, because he has the Hard Candy Mattifying Powder, and I might steal it for an experiment. The next two things are blushes. My phone is getting blown up, so if you're the person texting me right now, I apologize. It is Thursday at 10:32 p.m. Next thing is the Physicians Formula. I hate the name of this. Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. I actually have this on today. I actually have both of these on today. I put this one on earlier, and then I didn't put very much on, and then I put this on before I went back to work. And this is still holding up really well. So this smells really good, and it's supposed to smell like endorphins and make you all happy. I don't think so. Yeah, supposedly. That has a little brush in it, as you can see. Plastic's still on it. I don't use that. I do appreciate the packaging. It's very sleek and cute and very girly and happy. But I wish it was just powder. I wish they didn't have all this extra business going on. That's one thing that kind of bugs me about a lot of compacts like this, is it's very misleading for how much product you actually get. I feel like the e.l.f. pressed powder is the same way. Like, you pay $3, and it's a decent amount of powder for $3, but if it were more, I would never buy it, because it's a really good powder, but it's not a very deep pan. Anyways. I don't know what that was. I feel like this also may be super shallow, and I'm kind of wondering, I'm wondering how long it's going to take me to hit pan on this. This is the Hard Candy Fox in a Box. If you have one of these and you've hit pan, will you please show me a picture? Will you, like, video response below, like, showing me how deep it was? But this is skinny dipping, and I really like this color. This works really well with my skin tone. It's kind of a peachy, a tanny, peachy movie. Yep, it looks like that. I like this color a lot on me, though. And I am an NC... I think I'm an NC 15, actually. I'm going to go back and get color matched again, because NC 20 is a little too pigmented and yellow for me. I don't even use my foundation anymore from MAC, because it's too dark for me. Disposables and brushes. I'll just do my one disposable. I am super pumped about the Face Secrets Professional Cosmetic Spatulas. It's starting to get to where people have more and more outdoor events going on and need, like, face painting and silly things done that involve cream makeup. So you need disposable spatulas, and these are super easy to find. These are at Sally's. There's a Sally's near you. If not, they might have them at Ulta. I've never actually looked for disposables at Ulta. Do they have disposables at Ulta? Somebody comment below, because I don't know. But these are at Sally's, and Sally's are in a lot of places, so. And you get 12 for, like, less than $2. I don't know exactly how much, but I'm pretty sure it's less than $2, like, probably $1.79. I am a Sally's Club member, though, so it may actually be, like, $1.99. But, yeah. That's, like, my favorite disposable at the moment. That and, like, cotton rounds, but I like the ones that are quilted on one side and, like, ridged on the other. They're not really ridged, though. They're just, like, tiny little bumps. Okay. Moving on to the last item on my list, and I feel like I am talking really fast because I'm trying to make this go faster. Because this is already good. Jesus. Okay. Whole bunch of brushes here. I need to review my Encore brush set, but for now I'll just say big thumbs up on that. Whatever. Spoolie first. This is the e.l.f. Professional Eyelash and Brow Wand. This is the spoolie. I've been using this more and more because I've been trying out different mascaras, and so I need something like this because you guys know how my lashes are. If you watch any of my tutorials, they're a pain in the butt. This video is so long. I am so sorry. Pencil brushes. I feel like these were in the video the last 2 months. I don't know. This is the C431 Precision Detail Brush, which is just a pencil brush, and its MAC counterpart, which this is the special edition. It's the 219 special edition, so it's a little bit smaller than an actual 219, but there it is for comparison. Alright. Then there is also in my hand here the e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush. I actually really like this. This makes it a lot easier to get a very nice, fine, precise point versus using a small angled shader brush, or angled liner brush, which I still use my tiny angled liner brush from the Encore set for my brows, but this is a lot easier to put on gel liner with, and it just looks like that. Yeah. Okay, and then we have here the C433 Pro Blending Fluff. I think this was in my favorites last month, and if it wasn't, it should have been. It's just a fluffy blending brush. I think it's similar to either the 217, 219, or 224, but I don't remember which one. It's one of those three. I'll look it up, and it'll say below which MAC dupe it is. And last but not least, the C408 Chisel Shader. God, there's so many clothes in the background. I gotta get rid of so many clothes when we move. Oh my goodness. Although John and I will both have our own closets next year, which is super exciting. This is just a smudge brush, but it's a really, really good smudge brush. I love this brush. And, John just gave up on life and laid down. So, love this, because I've been doing a lot more smoky looks for night at the restaurant, so I've been using this. Probably actually still has Kitty Wumptious in it, because that's what I've been using it with primarily, is Kitty Wumptious. So those are my favorites for June. That was a whole lot of stuff. I had more things that I wanted to talk about, but I decided that this is already 25 minutes long, so that's plenty. Alright, I will talk to you guys soon. And again, I'm sorry this is so long. Hopefully that some of these items were actually interesting and you wanted to see them. And if not, I apologize for wasting your time. Bye, guys.